This is the G Talk Podcast, the podcast from young adults to young adults. You can find it on gtalkpodcast.com. Be sure to subscribe on the website, where you can find it on Spotify, Apple, and Podbean.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Welcome to the G Talk Podcast. It's Terrible 2 on today. I got Marcus in the building. What it do, man?
What's up?
I think first time this has been us two, but
yeah, man. We gonna make it happen though.
Yeah.
We gonna make it a good, entertaining podcast for these folks.
Yeah, I mean, a third person wasn't supposed to be here.
Yeah,
but they conveniently was, busy. Yeah, even though gave like notice on like Tuesday or no, it was like Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, but she forgot to start doing her nails. Once she get started, she ain't leaving the house until they done.
I guess sound like she was quite nervous or something. It's all good though. Next time, but I kind of wish she was here because she was there. But yeah, got Marcus in the building. He was in Florida. Kai is finally back from Florida.
Man, gonna put the gunshots on that one. Cause, bruh, I kid you not. I thought when he texted us, I was like, "Oh, you still there? I thought you would have left." Cause everybody else left like that Monday, Tuesday at least, and it's like Friday. He's like, "I'm driving back."
I wonder how much he spent. Cause at one point, I'd have been like, "Yo, I'm good on drinks." Cause I'm like,
"Oh, bruh."
He kept offering. I'm like, "Yo."
Yeah, look, man. Look, I tried to tell him like, "Bro, you good, bro. You don't gotta." He was like, "Nah, man, fuck it. I'm trying to have a good time." I was like, "All right."
I mean,
and I know that tab was steep,
dog. Well,
he got Jordan money. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. 1,000.
Yeah, Mr. 1,000K.
I mean, all right. For those listening, it's just a blanket statement or question. Have y'all ever tipped a bartender $1,000? I'll wait. I will wait.
Oh, you paid for that one.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I couldn't.
Dog, when I heard, I said, "Wait, did you were you drunk? Like, was that an accident? Did you file a claim at your bank?" Because I'm shocked that shit ain't flagged. Like,
you sure you want to do this?
Right.
But he was like, "No, man." I was like,
"Yeah." But shout out to that bartender. I mean, she was cool, but she won $1,000 worth.
Hey, look, if you want to get a charity, I was like, that's what I said. That's it. He's his own man, so he can do what he want to do with his own money. But
yeah, I mean, and they talking about, man, she's pregnant and blah blah blah. I'm like,
what they got to do with you?
I forget the part where that's my problem.
But hey, I do believe in always putting out good karma though. But if that's his way of doing it, the man grown up to make his own decisions.
Man, don't get me wrong, like, I am for tipping, servers, bartenders, X, Y, and Z, but
just not 10,000% of what you had paid.
Come on now, come on. Like, if someone does good, I will leave a decent tip, but $1,000, I don't know about that, man.
Yeah, that's something that you really got. I ain't got the pockets for it.
Yeah, but that's the new name, Mr.
1K.
Jordan 1 stack. Instead of 3 stacks, 1 stack. But, oh man, Florida was something else.
Dog, Florida was a good ass time. Like,
yeah,
like I had a good time. Like, even just flying out because with that Thursday morning,
niggas, y'all got there early.
Yeah, we got there like Thursday, but our flight was like early in the morning.
Yeah,
so we got there about like 4, a little bit after 4 or 5 a.m. because our flight left at 6.
Okay.
And then we got there, got to our gate area, and then what's that? I think it's what's that barbecue place?
Inside the airport?
Yeah.
In Nashville or
Nashville is here.
Sweats?
No, it wasn't Sweats. It was Puckett's.
Okay.
Puckett's. So they got like a little internal thing near the gate that we flew out on, and I had a shot at like 5 in the morning.
I remember I tweeted, it was when I was going to Chicago. I was like, went by the food court and Sweats was open at 6 a.m. I said, yo, eating barbecue at 6 in the morning is wild.
No, taking shots at 6 in the morning is wild.
I mean,
5 in the morning is
they're
wild.
Like equally as wild, but the airport stay open 24/7.
That's how people become alcoholics. It's just,
yeah,
you can just drink whenever.
I mean, granted, of course, taking a shot in the morning is okay on vacation, but just do it like on a random or like a regular occurrence is an issue.
Yeah, it's a call for help.
Yeah. Do you like flying? I always have that initial takeoff when the plane kind of dips a little bit. That always makes my stomach drop.
Yeah, it do, but half the time I be asleep before it take off because my flights be early in the morning.
I can't even go to sleep. I can never go to sleep on the bus during the AOB days, and I can never go to sleep on the plane because if I go out, I at least want to see it.
I mean, you'll see it. You'll see it regardless. You definitely will see it. But like, especially on the plane, that turbulence hit. I ain't gonna lie, I be
man.
intense,
I be up. I'm looking around. I'm like, hey, but it's crazy because turbulence happen at any random time.
Yeah,
it can be a beautiful day outside, but it's bad air.
Yeah,
I remember the worst turbulence I ever had was in Colorado. We're going to Colorado. I felt like we had a pothole in the air. The plane like dipped. I was like, oh shit.
Well, you had to make sure you had your affairs in order for a minute too, huh?
Yeah, I started thinking about my life. I'm like, have I lived my life to the fullest yet?
Yeah, maybe I didn't go to church enough.
All right. Folks start getting religious real quick.
Yeah, exactly. But other than that, it was cool. Like, did that.
We're gonna talk about it later.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Let's go.
Real quick, just update of what's going on with the news week. The AOB has dropped the album yesterday.
Yes, sir. That's good too.
Check that out. It's in your phones right now. What's the actual name of the album so we can really plug these folks in?
The name of the actual album?
Yeah.
It is. I always pronounce it wrong. Urbano Hymn.
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure it's Urbano Hymn or something like that.
The Urban Hymnal.
Yeah, Hymnal. It was.
No, the Urban Hymnal. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
I knew it was an O in one of those last words. I just couldn't remember. But the album is good.
Yeah, check out the Urban Hymnal. They are looking to win a Grammy off this, and if they do, they'll be the first ever HBCU to ever do that. So,
oh yeah,
that'll be history in the making.
Hey, Fly's my favorite track on it still.
Okay,
because we actually learned some. Because we listened to some of the track, some of the album that was in the listening party. That was during Southern Heritage Weekend. It was really good. Like we heard like two songs off of it.
Dang, it's John crazy. Like seeing people's name on here.
Oh yeah, and it's
Dr.
people
Derek Green, Prophet Larry Jenkins.
It's people that you march with too.
Yes, or Bay.
That's just crazy.
I know these niggas.
Exactly. I know these folks.
Like me and Derek are freshman brothers. But yeah, definitely check that out. The Urban Hymnal. Wherever you get your streaming. Yeah, this is on dope, man. Look at this.
Yeah, I told you like the album cover looked dope. The tracks on it was fire. Like I said, I'll probably start about the third time around. I'll probably start doing that. Listen to that again probably sometime tomorrow.
Okay,
but it's really really good.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna bump that for sure. But yeah, definitely check that out. Sports. Albert Pujols last night hit 699 and 700 in the same game. So for those who don't know who Albert Pujols is, this man debuted in 2001.
That's why I'm surprised he's still playing. It's 21 years.
He's one of those people where literally I was in elementary school. This man was raking back in 01. Here we are in 2022. This man is still raking, and he hit home run number 700. 699 and 700 against the Dodgers last night, and on the season he has 21 home runs. Like, he's 42 years old.
Damn.
Honestly, he's having a way better season than a lot of these younger players. But the fact that he's been doing that, Albert Pujols is low key like the
Tom Brady
of MLB, low key like the LeBron, because he's been doing this since 01. It's 2022. And I really remember growing up, really idolizing him. I'm like, damn, this man cold. And we watched him in his prime.
Yeah.
And he's still doing it. And he's now joined with Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, Barry Bonds.
For 700.
Yeah, there's only 4 people to hit 700 home runs over the span of a career.
That's not an easy feat either.
Yeah, and that's the thing about baseball. It's a numbers game because you know how with the NFL, people in the Hall of Fame, they might have I don't know what's some Hall of Fame numbers. Let's say it's a receiver, maybe like 150 career touchdowns. That's a lot.
Yeah.
And granted, it is a lot because it's football, but just imagine 700. Like, yeah, I play in the MLB, hit 700 home runs. Like, huh? Excuse me? And Albert Pujols is like, he's close to a 300 hitter too, which is
still pretty good.
Yeah, baseball.
What average is 0.25 or what's the average?
I'll say the league average because unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but these days, the pitchers are dominant, so it's harder to hit. So you got a lot of players who are batting or having low batting averages.
I thought it was like 0.25 or 0.2 or something like that. Last time I remember reading on it, but I don't keep up with baseball like you.
This is the average, and they go back to 2020. But in 2020, the league batting average was you're batting 245, which is about 1 out of every 4 times.
Yeah, almost a quarter of the time. That's what I'm saying. I know it was either 2.2 or 2.25.
But to be a 300 hitter, a career 300 hitter
for 21 seasons,
no, like you have to that's pretty good. So you average 1 out of every 3 bats, you're gonna get a hit, which is good. Because baseball is about numbers, and it's just hard to be consistent so long.
True, but I think that's a trend that's coming up because now, like especially nowadays, more people are taking care of their bodies than what they used to be. Like say going into 2000s or 2010s, to where we're actually more aware as far as what we eat.
Yeah,
and a lot of people have the aspirations to play into their 40s.
Yeah,
like Russell Wilson, he spends $1 million a year.
Yeah, on his
on
body.
just physical training and stuff like that. Same thing like LeBron, and they playing up to their upper 30s, going into their 40s. So
yeah, so
it's a trend.
Let's read his stats real quick. His career stats. So he has a career WAR, which is win above replacement, of 101.1, which is crazy. He has 11,401 at bats. He has 3,377 hits, 700 home runs, and he's a career 296 hitter.
Still, 296? That's not bad.
Oh, that's basically 300.
That's what I'm saying.
He's the first ballot Hall of Famer, like without any question. He's gonna be in the Hall of Fame first ballot.
Shit. Did you see that story where Aaron Judge, to where he hit his home runs and the fans gave him back the ball?
Yeah,
like no money or nothing.
Yeah, so we're witnessing some real history. So I'm glad that I got to witness Albert Pujols hit his 700th, and Aaron Judge is about to break Roger Maris's single season record of 61 home runs. He's currently at 60, and it's 2 weeks left. I mean, this man been raking all year. Actually, he might win a triple crown too, because he leads the league in average, home runs, and runs batted in. So we're witnessing some history.
Yeah,
and when he tied Babe Ruth with 60. Babe Ruth did that back in 1927.
Yeah, and the pictures were dog shit back then.
Right. So, yeah, the fact that we're really witnessing history, this shit is crazy. And ironically, too, this is Aaron Judge's this is his free agent year. He turned down an offer early in the season because he felt like it wasn't enough. So once a player does that, let's say you have a shitty season, then you kind of shot yourself in the foot because now you might get even less. But now his price is way up.
Who I'm trying to think. Somebody did Dennis Schroeder, because he had a guaranteed $24 million, and he fucked it up. Had a terrible season. Now he only getting $2 million. So I was like, damn.
Yeah. So like that's the risk. I mean, granted, the Yankees, I think they offered him like 7 years, like $240 million, which was, and mind you, Aaron Judge is 30 something now. So he
30?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was my age. I thought he was younger than that.
Yeah, Aaron Judge is
I thought he was like 25, 26.
Yeah, Aaron Judge is 30. And the older you get, they don't want to give you a big extension like that, but they gave him an offer, and at the time people was just like, He's crazy. He should have took it, but this man about to win a triple crown. So
he gonna get more money.
But I don't think he gonna be in New York though next season. He better go somewhere else.
Nah.
But how's your NFL teams doing? Hey, this has been a crazy first few weeks.
Man, Detroit's doing good. That's crazy enough.
Miami's doing good.
I mean, Miami's been all right. Like I think it was a season or two. They just missed playoffs, and they had like a 10-6 record. They ain't been too bad. But shit, Detroit, I didn't see that coming. Washington, the Commanders didn't see that coming either. It was a whole bunch of shit that's going on.
Man, I know Mike Smith was hot last week. But, the Colts got shut out
by the Jaguars,
which is wild.
By the Jaguars,
right?
Nigga, I know Bakari mad as hell too. Cause my thing is, the Colts had a whole bunch of injuries too. I forgot all about that. You know, Michael Pittman was out. Majority of their wide receiver core was out. Defense was hurt. So
okay.
So they lost that one, but it shouldn't have been no shutout.
Right. I mean, the Falcons are 0-2, but they've been putting up a lot of points though.
Bro, they both margins they lost. It was less than 7 points, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah, I mean, like I said, they've been putting up points. They just been coming up short, unfortunately. But it'll change once Desmond Ridder take over. Yeah, I've been saying Desmond Ridder for the longest, like the past 2 seasons. Before that, I was like, bro, if we draft him, we're good. So I got my faith in him. What position he in?
Quarterback.
Okay.
He was the kid from Cincinnati. Okay. That Cincinnati made it to the Final Four playoffs last year, and they really didn't have a top talent on their team like that. But he put them through there. Like Bearcats haven't been ranked top 5 ever until he came.
Okay. Yeah, it's crazy the fact that Mariota is in Atlanta because he's like the Titans bust
for the longest,
and now he's down there. What happened to Matt Schaub? Is Matt Schaub still the
retired?
backup?
He old as hell.
I'm about to say Matt Schaub been a backup for like 10 years.
Yeah, he old. He retired like 2 seasons ago.
Oh well, he was man.
It was about that time.
I mean, but he kind of had a lush career. I mean, he played every now and then, but
he got paid to do nothing.
Yeah, So we'll see what week. What's this, week 3 coming up?
Week 3.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. One of the Titans got their ass whooped on Monday. Titans and shoot, the Eagles looking good too,
bro. I seen that coming because my thing, they got an easy division. So I seen the Eagles doing something, but fantasy football, I'm losing money at the rate I'm going.
I think the Bills they might go to the Super Bowl.
Maybe not. They lost their safety, Micah Hyde. He's out for the season, neck injury, so he's gone.
Okay. Yeah, matter of fact, that was the same game where, bro, it was hella injuries that game.
Yeah.
Damn near every other play, someone getting hurt. But
bro, that's the thing about sports, man. That's what makes it so hard because you can never predict injuries.
Right. And lastly, the Braves won today, but it's 2 weeks left. The Mets and the Braves, bro, this shit is annoying. Every time we win, they win. And then we lose, they lose. So the standings don't change. And we're only, I think we're only 2 games out. Well, since we won today, we're a 1.5.
So are they both at the bottom for the playoffs, or?
So the Mets. We're fighting for the division now. I mean, we both clinched playoffs, but we need to win the division so we can have that first week bye, so that the pitching rotation, we can be ready and have our top 3 in a rotation go first in the championship series versus, let's say we win a wild card, then we got to use our top 3 pitchers, then face the Dodgers.
Oh, yeah, nah.
And the Dodgers I ain't gonna lie, the Dodgers
been killing this season.
First of all, like the Dodgers are having a video game season. These folks are 104-47.
That's ridiculous. It's gonna be hard to beat them for any team.
They're 57 games above 500.
So they can just lose the rest of. Well, you said 2 weeks, so it doesn't even matter.
They already clinched. They clinched the National League West last week. But like the fact that you're 57 games over 500 is crazy. And then Freddie Freeman is beasting out there.
Hey, they should try to keep him, man.
Yeah,
keep him in Atlanta.
And right now, Matt Olson is slaw. This man going through a slump right now, which is not good. But we won today versus Philly, so. Anywho, not shout out, but prayers to the people in Puerto Rico, because Hurricane Fiona has done a lot of damage. A lot of people are without power. They've been restoring it slowly but surely, but it had definitely hit last weekend when, or it was developing when it was in Florida last weekend, but it hit this week. So,
They said what category it was?
it was category 1.
Okay, sorry.
Or matter of fact, it wasn't
Was
the
it tropical?
strongest, and ended up being pretty bad. I think they switched category, but thoughts and prayers to those in Puerto Rico. Hopefully, aid gets there pretty quick.
You know what's wild about that?
What's that?
So earlier I seen on ESPN where folks was trying to tailgate in Miami, and it was getting blasted by storms, like it was raining real bad and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I was like, man, she could just went home for that one. And my thing, especially after the game, I think University of Miami lost to MT.
Are you serious?
No lie, it was the score. They was up 2 touchdowns last time I checked, and that was like an hour ago. What's the score now? I'm gonna try to see if it update. Yep, 45-31.
Damn.
MTSU beat University of Miami.
Were they at U of M?
Yeah.
Shit.
And U of M is ranked 25.
Sheesh. Shoot, they whooped TSU ass last weekend too.
Shit. And then they had one kid. It's one wide receiver. He just kept getting these big ass passes, and they be touchdowns, man. But yeah, the score is MT 45, University of Miami 31. So MT gonna be live tonight.
Right, folks going crazy. The Celtics head coach fiasco. That's been the talk of town this week.
Dude is African.
Yeah.
He don't count. He not part of the the FBMA. He's not part of that. He's African. He's totally different. And there's even more details that have been leaked out about that from what I heard. Like, it was not just her, that one staff lady. It was multiple.
Oh gosh. Here it comes.
Yeah, like I said, it's all just the floodgates are opening now.
When it rains, it pours. A lot of people, how could he do that to Nia Long? Right, anybody can get cheated on by anybody at any moment.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Man or woman, anybody. It can happen to anybody.
It literally can happen to anybody. But the irony of it is, I've been watching Legacy. It's the Lakers doc on Hulu. And ironically, today, the episode was when Phil Jackson came to the Lakers. And they talked about Phil and Jeannie Buss's relationship. Remember, he dated the owner's daughter.
Shit.
They had a relationship.
I forgot all about that.
So, and I've been seeing it on Twitter. They was like, well, what about this? I mean, I guess they looked, well, I mean, it was different times back then too, but, how could you be a head coach and date a executive?
Yeah.
That's like a conflict of interest.
So the other person that they said that he actually had a relations with was the vice president's of finance's wife.
Sheesh.
So email was out there wilding. So
Wow,
there's
boy.
one thing. What else happened? They also had it to where the organization asked him to stop or something, and he just kind of kept doing it.
Also, they were privy.
Yeah. So that's why it's like
Okay, so they already gave him like, hey, chill out.
and then it just leaked. So
Well, moral story is don't shit where you eat at. I remember my old coworker Dan. He said, "Don't ever get your pussy and paycheck in the same place."
yeah, don't dip your honey where you making money
So,
or something like that.
no ringy, no dingy.
So ignorant.
This lady told me that because she was talking about because she had a daughter, and she mentioned like some dude that her daughter was dating, and she told her daughter, "No ringy, no dingy." I was tripping.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's hilarious. You been watching any TV shows lately, or what you watching?
Last night I watched Atlanta.
Dog,
Bruh.
So today I literally caught up on
Was it
All my
YWA? Was it YWA? The last episode of Atlanta?
The last one was the episode where
It was something with the white, right? Yeah. Just so I caught up, bro. I was dying laughing, bro.
First of all, I was tripping that they already came back because remember Atlanta took a 3-year hiatus, and next they took a 2-month break, and they back.
Yeah,
because the last season was early this year.
Yeah, and they ride on the high thing, but this is the last season, right?
Yeah, but you know what? I'm glad that because last season was good. Don't get me wrong, but this season is one. They're back in Atlanta,
of course,
and I just like that. Like they've been like these episodes, especially the first one where they got lost in Atlantic Station.
Oh yeah, and it was like trying to find a way out.
Yeah, they was like, wait, we already seen each other. She was like, how long have I been here? And and then the fact that Paperboy was following that scavenger hunt.
Oh yeah, to that dead rapper's funeral that nobody went to.
And it was funny too because the messaging was they were like, I thought more people would be here. All they had to do was just listen to his album. And I was just like, damn, because that's like, symbolism for like niggas don't be supporting for real.
Yeah, but also the simple fact that, like I said, folks really didn't listen to the album.
Yeah.
Because even the last episode, most recent one, dude was like, I didn't know he had dropped the album. Like,
yeah.
You remember that? Bunk, whatever dude name is?
Bunk, yeah.
Yeah, he had said that. That shit was cracking me up. The part that I kept laughing at with the lady in the wheelchair in front of Target because that actually happened in real life.
So I saw it on Twitter and they was like, bro, they actually did it, and they put the side by side. And the irony of it was Darius really was taking back his air fryer, but she thought he was stealing,
and she followed that man the whole time with a knife in that little wheelchair.
Yeah, and I thought it was dope at the end of the first episode how everyone all linked up because they went through the little emergency exit, and then Paperboy was there, and then they popped out in the room, and then Darius was walking
outside,
and then he said, "Oh, you matter of fact, you got his air fryer." And then that lady pulled up to the girl, Kenya, and then she damn near shanked her ass. And then that second episode was funny where he got payback on that white lady.
Oh yeah, on that white lady.
Dog.
I was like, bro, you know how petty you gotta be to do some shit like that?
But like these first 3 episodes, man, I'm really enjoying it because last season they did like every other episode was in the first episode it was 3 slaps from season 4 where it talked about the little black boy who got kidnapped and and they did pretty much every other episode was just unrelated. But I like how they're doing this season where it's kind of back to the roots.
Yeah,
and,
I can agree with that.
I like that, and the whole D'Angelo shit. We're all D'Angelo. He was like, huh. So
what you think about? You gonna watch that Jeffrey Dahmer documentary on Netflix?
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, you don't remember the serial? It's like a guy who was a serial killer back in the 90s, but he mainly targeted people of color, people that were gay.
So probably not.
Yeah, but it's real dark. I mean, I already knew about Jeffrey Dahmer, but it's one of the things where a lot of these shows they always do it. You'll see a Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer. What's the other guy's name? Well, who I said? I already think I said Ted Bundy already.
Yeah.
What's the other guy's name? The one with the clown face. Oh my gosh, this one throw me off.
It'll probably come back to you later.
Yeah, but it's always like live series.
Yeah.
Not docu series, whatever. Just for these serial killers. But I seen a side by side of like actual footage from one of the trials, and then the live one from Netflix. They do a really good job on like kind of in capturing that moment. And a lot of people, it's all over Twitter now as far as the Jeffrey Dahmer one, because a lot of people like, oh, I didn't know he did this.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah. And me, I'm kind of not want to watch it because it's like, man, people of color getting killed, just for being there, and he just luring them in and killing them.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you know what's a good show that I've been watching, that I've been meaning to watch and finally did it? A show called Fargo.
Really?
Dog. Fargo is dope. It's 4 seasons. I just finished season 3 today, and Fargo You know about Fargo, right?
I know of it, but I haven't watched it.
So Fargo is a movie that came out in '96. It's about like a murder that happened up in Minnesota and led up to like just a series of events or whatever.
Okay.
But Fargo, they have 4 seasons, 10 episodes each, about 50 minutes long. But like the show reminds me, it's kind of Breaking Bad-esque.
Okay, I can deal with that. Breaking Bad was really good. I used to watch that.
Better Call Saul, I finished the season finale. Greatest show I've ever seen.
Really?
Real talk.
Even over what show was that? Prison Break.
I seen parts of Prison Break, but Better Call Saul was better than Breaking Bad.
Nah. Prison Break, that was my shit. It was another one
Because Better Call Saul was the prequel to
the following. That was his top 5 show.
Gotcha.
It was really good. They should have kept it going. That's the one that had Kevin Bacon in it. To where he's a detective that he arrested this guy for murder, but he has the guy who was murderer. He has his way of kind of manipulating people to do his bidding. So of course he has a cult that's behind him that help him get free, assist him doing anything he want to do, like random people getting murdered all the time, and he does it just to get it back at the detective. But it's really good. Like I'm talking about, I like binge watch the fuck out that show every season they drop. But they haven't come out with a new season since I think they finished it maybe back in 16, 17, but it was really, really good.
Yeah. Like this last season of Fargo, season 4, Chris Rock is in it.
Chris Rock? Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. Ever since Spiral, I just never want to see Chris Rock act.
But see, in this series, it's a pretty serious role, so it's dope. Because even in Fargo, so just a quick real synopsis. The first season, and in the beginning, it always says, this is a true story. The events took place in Minnesota in 2006, because that's whichever season it takes place in. And then it does that like at the beginning of every episode. And then season 2, so season 1 is this lady cop, and her father used to be a state police officer, and he kept referencing the Sioux Falls massacre of 1979, because mind you, they're in Minnesota, so they border North Dakota, South Dakota,
Middle of nowhere, literally.
And there's crime syndicates in Fargo, North Dakota, and another crime syndicate from St. Louis. So those like the Midwestern syndicates. And season 1 was its own thing, and like I said, the father kept referencing the Sioux Falls massacre. Season 2 was a flashback, so season 2 took place in 1979, and it was her father when he was young and was going through that crazy shit, and that was like a dope ass season. Then this third season took place in 2010, and actually the guy who played Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ewan McGregor, played in that. He's pretty good. It was crazy to see him in a different role, but he played in that season. In season 2, Bokeem Woodbine was in that series, which was pretty good too. But Fargo's really good. It's really good, and I definitely recommend you check it out. I've been watching House of the Dragon. You watching that?
Man, I'm trying to, but the missus keep making me miss it because she want to watch it together. So it's like I gotta wait.
If you don't watch it,
I've been tempted.
Man, look, you better act surprised. Like, even if you already seen it, you be like, oh, for real, damn, I didn't see that coming.
Hit the rewind button.
Yeah,
start it back up. But that is on my to watch list because I love shit like that.
Wait, so you haven't started?
No, I watched episode 1 and that was it.
Oh, okay.
And I haven't been able to watch it but beyond that because she said she wants to watch it. So,
man, you
try to be nice.
You better act surprised, man. All right, man. Let's get into the Florida recap, man.
All right.
We already started earlier, but Friday. Well, tell us about Thursday because you got in before us.
Yeah, so Thursday was really chill because we slept majority of Thursday because we got there. Like I said, we got to Orlando about like 8. So we waited about an hour or 2 to see if we can check into our room. Because, room check-ins usually like 4, but with ours, they let us check in about like 1. So they let us check in early. We got there. I ain't gonna lie, I took a nap because like I just left I worked both my jobs the night before.
Oh, yeah.
I was running on about 2 hours of sleep.
Oh yeah.
Because I was like, no, when we get there, I'm hitting them sheets. It's a wrap. So we both got there, took a nap, woke up about 7 or 8, and where we was at, they had like a little pool bar downtown. At the bottom.
Okay.
So we went out there and
Wait, at the Embassy Suites.
yeah.
Oh
It was
shit.
a pool bar outside. Like, that's what I was saying. If y'all wanted to kick it there and just go drinking, we could. But yeah, we had plenty of drinks out there. The lady served us several shots and stuff like that. So we was drinking the night before 8, and it was storming real bad too. So now, mind you, we was at the pool bar and we were covered, but you look out, like, just right behind us, pouring down rain and lightning. And there's a whole bunch of shit going on. And there was one flash, boy. I thought I seen Jesus, because like the whole. Like it was just bright. Like, I see nothing but white. I was like, "Whoa, what happened?"
Right,
and it just came back just like that. So I was blinded for a quick second, but it was pretty cool out there. Friday, we had woke up, went to Universal Studios. We took the early bus to get there because we wanted to beat the rain, because it said it's supposed to rain at like 2.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of that, when we, because me, Marilyn, and Lise had a group chat. And I saw the forecast. It was high percentages every day. I'm thinking, damn, this shit gonna be fucked up. But luckily, the weather.
Yeah, it held out. Well, it held
did.
out for everybody else, but that Friday it came down on us. It was raining.
Oh yeah, facts. Yeah.
Because that's when me and Joe had went to Universal that morning. We had paid for to go to both parks that's at Universal, so that's why we was at the Harry Potter World, Diagon Alley, and then we went to Hogsmeade before we had left. So we was there for like about almost 12 hours.
Okay, gotcha.
So by the time we got there, and then we thought about Ubering back so we can meet up with y'all, but we seen them Uber prices. They were trying to charge $80 because it was like a hot season for people to leave and come through the park.
Yeah, the surge and shit.
Yeah, because they had a haunted. They do like a haunted Halloween nights or whatever in the months of September going to October. So they was doing that. So that's probably why the prices were high. So we just got back, chilled, drunk some more, and that was it. And then we met up with y'all the next day. And y'all tried, man. Kaya tried to kill. I feel like Kaya had some kind of built up animosity.
I feel like he ain't turned up in years.
But just it was just passive, because he was like, all right, we take another shot. I'm like, Kaya, this is too many shots. I was like, I've been drinking all day nonstop. I can't do this no more.
It's crazy. So Friday, my flight was at like 7. It was at 7:35. I got to the airport at 6:50. Thank God for TSA pre-check and my little check bag or carry-on, so I just went straight through. But landed at noon roughly. Had a layover in Atlanta. Hell, when I landed at 9:40, the flight, my next flight was at 10:20, and it was in the B terminal, and I was in the A terminal. And in Atlanta, you gotta take that little shuttle. So luckily, since it was right next door to each other, I walked instead of waiting on that shuttle. So made in time, landed in Orlando at about noon, and I just killed some time, went to the bar, got the rental, then went up to the bar, killed some time. Because Marilyn and Elise were flying in, they landed at 2.
Okay, so you was like an hour wait-ish.
So went down there, met up with them. It's crazy because I seen them less than a week ago at Southern Heritage. Then it's funny because Marilyn and Elise never rented a car at the airport, so we got there and I already checked in. They was like, wait, we just walk in and just get in the car? I'm like, yeah, just pick a car. So the only one left in the full size was a Buick Enclave. So, hopped in, whatever. We checked into the room.
But it was whipping that bitch though.
Yeah, it was kind of tight, but we made it happen. Luckily, I only had my book bag and my one bag. So
I'm talking about the day of the wedding, because we was already late.
Oh, so,
I don't know how we was waiting on them to get ready. I think me and you were already dressed.
Yeah. Friday, though, once we got to the room, we went to Walmart because we got water, Gatorade, and shit. Because that's what you got to do now. You got to prep. But the Westgate Town Resort was pretty nice. But soon as we did that, BJ texted me at 5:08 talking about, sorry for the late notice, but we're going to be here from 5 to 7 at this game place, whatever. It's kind of like a Dave & Buster's spot. He said going to be there from 5 to 7. He texted me at 5:08. I'm like, so we put in GPS. Luckily, it was 7 minutes away. So right down the street. So we get there. Everybody there. Deshaun, Jamal, Ronzel and them. Kaya, Jordan, they taking shots already. It's a happy hour.
Oh,
And then the lady, they was like, yo, it's $5 shots of Casamigos. I said, Well,
Casamigos.
Like, yeah, it's happy hour till 8. And that's the bartender. I said, the bartender that Jordan tipped $1,000. The bartender, I asked her what was on happy hour. She said everything. I said, okay. So shots is pouring in, people handing the shots. You know, I buy BJ and his wife shots, and pretty much at the end of the day, I think I took like 8 shots.
Probably.
Like, folks was cooked, but we had a good time, and then we went to the room, fell asleep, and then, you know, like I said, we drove, picked up. We went to their room, Marcus and Angelica room. Angelica had to do Elise and Marilyn's makeup. And then Marcus was just chilling. Then
that shit was so fucking funny, dog.
So
y'all so hilarious, bro. You Marilyn and Elise are just in general, y'all are funny as shit. Especially because we was trying doing the GPS, and Garrett was like, all right, should I turn here? Then he kept looking at Marilyn like, okay, you're not saying nothing.
And then she was like, yeah, my bad. So first of all, BJ, if you listen to this, man directions just said Disney, whatever it said. It didn't have an address. It just said Disney Resort.
Actually, it did.
It did.
And you have to go further in the invitation and scroll down. It has the actual address where you're supposed to be at.
Well, it wasn't in plain sight. So anyway, we think we going to the right spot, but we not. So I'm driving a Buick
and busting a Yui.
Man, we the speed limit was like 30. We hitting 60. We got stuck behind this bus, but you know, went around, got to the place. This U-Haul was blocking the entrance. And then dude had to back out. We went in and finally we made it in time, luckily. And luckily they didn't start right on time.
Man, cause I was nervous. I was like, bro, this is not a regular ethnic, location for a wedding. So I was like, if they start on time, it's over with. But we got there, had some good seats.
Yeah, Marcus had the flask.
And I hate that picture. It was ugly.
Nah, but Kaya, this man, he
had a bottle of Hen.
This man was on 10 the whole weekend. First of all, that was the first time I had Hennessy in a while, and I was kind of mad at myself for taking that shot though. But
it was hot. Like I felt shit hurt a little bit.
Yeah. So wedding was beautiful. They went off in a carriage.
Oh, they had a harp. They had like an actual harp player too.
Yes, and I didn't know that because I didn't see her. But when we left, there was a lady back there playing the harp, killing that shit.
She cold with it though.
And it was hot outside though. But we went over right next door. Well, first of all, in the parking lot, Kai had a 1.5 liter of Hennessy
and Patron.
I said, dude,
what type of shit you on right now?
I said it is 2022 and you drinking Hennessy like it's like 2010. So we pre-gaming in the parking lot. Trombones was deep.
I love us, man. I love black people. Like only us for pre-game at a Disney World parking lot.
Exactly. It's funny too because right as we was leaving, I think the security guard
started picking up.
they was looking in our direction, and then I was just like, "Yeah, let's go," because to be pre-gaming at Disney is kind of like an oxymoron, but fuck it.
Yeah.
So went to cocktail hour. It was cool.
The favorite part of the whole wedding though, as far as the ceremony, BJ fighting them tears, boy.
Oh man,
boy,
BJ!
I'm talking about boy was red.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, like when he lost, I was like, shit. Here I go. Normally whenever the groom loses it, I typically lose it.
Yeah, bro, because I know why. Because you're gonna be in that position one day. Mm-hmm. At this point, you gotta be. You have what 2 or 3 gardeners, whatever it's called.
Yeah, so I caught the garter belt.
You have like 2 or 3 of them.
This is like my third one in 3 years.
That's what I'm saying. You got one at our wedding,
and then I got one at my cousin wedding too.
It's gonna happen, bro.
Yeah. So,
but nah, BJ had me cracking up. Like red veins coming out his head. Like he was trying to hold it in so bad.
Yeah, he was toe up.
But I thought it was his freshman year all over again. Just red, just sweating. Right. Like,
yeah. Hey, BJ made me look tall as hell in the pictures. But it was great. It was a great reception. We had a band battle.
You kicked that shit off.
No. They kicked it off because remember we were just having a good time. Next, we hear
some Cookerman Wildcat nonsense.
they were like, let's
go. Yeah, that was like,
we like, hold on, excuse me, we was befuddled. We was like, the fuck this, so next, they start chanting because BJ's wife, she marched in a band at BCU. So, I told the DJ, I said, play Getting It On, man. Come on. And so now the dance floor is parted. You got TSU on this side
and BCU on the other.
And we just battling, talking shit. But it was fun though, because ironically too, it was 10 years since we went down there.
Mm-hmm.
And an hour and 30-minute fifth quarter.
Yeah, it was funny too because they remember the same thing that we remember. Like, bro, we was there for a long time.
Yeah, I was like, let's go, because we playing real songs. They over there doing a cha-cha slide and shit. So we was so over it because we wanted to get back, go to the beach and shit. But Sexton was just like, nope. Toward the end, he said, people. I said, yo, it's time to go.
We was like, Prof, hats.
Come on.
Hats.
But nowadays, though, it's kind of the opposite.
What else happened as far as that? You catching the guard was funny, dog.
Yeah, almost tore my ACL.
Boy, I say I ain't laughed so hard in that long. It's been a minute, boy. I was crying. I almost threw up. That's how bad I was laughing, dog.
Yeah, so we was drinking from like 12:30 to about 6. Like I was
we was toasted the whole day. Like literally
cooked. Like I was like shit.
Like we were toasted the whole entire day. Nah, but as far as that when that catch you had, when you look at the video and look at it in slow motion, it is so fucking funny because you can see that happen when you jump up, knock Mike's drink out his hand. He's like, oh shit.
So the thing is, when I was watching the video, it looked like he just dropped his drink.
Yeah,
because I just did this and then next and then the drink dropped. And then I think Jamal,
grabbed it,
and then I slipped and shit. And
he was like, oh, like your face was like, oh.
I think my glasses fell off too. But it was a good time.
That's
man.
why we wear dark suits to weddings when we're not, when you're not the groomsman.
Yeah, facts. So then we gather the crew. We get some Chick-fil-A.
Still,
you remember we got mad because they were sitting down.
Oh my god!
So first of all, all right, so we go back to the room, to Marcus and Angelica room. We change because hell, it's hot in Florida. We got them suits real quick.
Oh, for sure.
Then we go get some Chick-fil-A. Angelica and Lise go to Wendy's next door, so we get our shit to go because we thought that was understood. So we get in the car, we don't see them, so we pull around. And we got mad at him. We were like, man, these folks in there sitting down.
They sitting down eating inside. I was like, bro, we supposed to get our food and go. We're like, what is y'all doing?
I done honked the horn and everything. So we get back to our room and we just, eating, chilling. Hell, I took a power nap. Angelica took a nap.
Yeah, I was up. Me and Marilyn was up the whole time.
Elise asked.
Oh, she was in. It was all
her ass was done. Talking about. She's like, yeah, just wake me up. And she's under 2 sets of covers. Yeah, just wake me up. I'm just laying down real quick. I'm like, yeah, your ass too.
Yeah, so, but I'm glad we went out that night though. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it took
a lot.
It took like an hour and a half for us to finally do this shit. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I was like, nah, fuck that. We in. And finally, after I took a little power nap, I had a little energy. And I took a shower real quick. And
was out and about.
Yeah, finally I was like, fuck it,
bro. What's it called? Mangoes. That was a nice little spot though.
Yeah,
like it's a huge little area that have both upstairs, downstairs.
Yeah, 2 different vibes because downstairs was Latin for show.
Then we went inside was Latin for show. Like it's like when you because even if you go, like when you go to the bathroom, it was still a lot of Latin music out there.
Yeah, and then you walk back in there. That was what the hip hop was, but
bro, and
this man Kyle out does. Tell me I was free to get in. Man, we get there. Oh, it's $15 or $5 off. I was like, you son of a gun. The shit was like 20. The shit was like 25 minutes away.
He was like, we turn up regardless. So yeah, I'm telling y'all the details. Get y'all ass there.
Yeah. So,
but you know what I noticed the whole time in Orlando? It's like the second home to BBLs, boy.
Oh, word?
Yeah, me and Joe had spotted even in Orlando, like even Universal Studios. It's like you can tell she got a BBL. She got a BBL, but it's Florida.
they down the street from Miami. So.
But I thought that shit was funny.
So yeah, Mango was cool. It was real cool. Got in like at 2:00.
Oh, cooked.
But then Sunday we went to Disney, the Magic Kingdom. So that was super dope. We got there like at 11. But we went to IHOP that morning because they wanted IHOP so bad, Maryland Elise. And we had that, and I went to the restroom because I just knew that I had to throw up, but nothing came out, so I was good.
After a full day of drinking,
yeah, because I was like, because I had a slight feeling. I was like,
So if you could count, so I tried to count how many shots and drinks I probably consumed that Saturday. And I just could not. Good. It had to have been no less than 20 because I was drinking the whole day.
You know, when we was the next day, y'all left that water bottle with the Patron in there, like 2 flasks, some little plastic flasks, and y'all left y'all Gatorades and shit. I'm like, damn, y'all left all this shit in the back seat. But I ended up just throwing that shit out because I'm like, like I can't.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
But yeah, we went to Disney Sunday, super dope. We got there at 11:00, and we was there till close at 6. We rode most of the rides because luckily it wasn't that crowded.
Oh,
so
Sundays.
The wait time, the longest we waited said it was an hour, but we really waited maybe like 30 minutes.
That's not bad. 30 minutes is doable.
Yeah, and we rode the little roller coaster and stuff. It was pretty cool. The Splash Mountain was cool. The Space Mountain was like low key the wildest though, because that shit is pitch black. You just and I haven't rode a roller coaster in a long time, so it was different. You know, I had to get used to that shit because it's been a while, but it was fun though. Had a good time, great pictures, and yeah, Disney is a magical place. You know, it was different from 11 to 6, but I was tired at the end. Like I was tired because got back at 2:00 the night before. Woke up, did that. So and it was hot too.
Yeah. That's why I think we was able to drink because we was able to sweat it right out and then kept taking shots and drinks. So even at the bar was an open bar too. So
yeah. Oh, speaking of mangoes, I was hot at mangoes because it was after I told Kaya I'm good on drinks. I just decided to get a beer or something just to like sip on. I got me a Stella Artois. Tell me why I paid $11 for a beer, bro. I was hot. I'm like, God damn it. But
paying for convenience. It's just a high convenience fee, man.
Man, you can get a 12-pack for that.
Yeah, you could.
Or like a 6-pack for
the same price.
Yeah, and one bottle. Criminal. That's like paying $400 for a $40 bottle. Like that's. But anyway, so yeah, we got back, chilled. Then we went to this Mexican restaurant that was at the hotel, and went to sleep. Woke up next morning, got on the airport, and I will never ever fly Frontier again. And
I remember why.
I wasn't trying to fly it, but that was the only flight that had a decent time to, that flew out without any layovers. It was a direct flight. So I get to the counter. First of all, they didn't even send me an email to check in. So I check in at the counter, and I said, she's like, "Oh, you have a carry-on, sir?" I'm like, "Yeah." Mind you, most times with a carry-on, you just take the shit with you. Mm-hmm. She said, well, it's going to cost you a carry-on. I said, excuse me? She said, yeah, it's going to be $80. I said, excuse me? Mind you, I ain't even pay $80 for the goddamn suitcase. Like, what? And then I asked her, I said, so it costs $80 to carry it on. I said, how much does it cost to check it? Same price. I was befuddled. But
what can you do?
What can you do? And plus, I ain't had that much time. I mean, granted, I got there in plenty of time, but
not the convenience to argue for a check. I understand that.
I paid $80 to check to carry on my bag.
Nah, bro, it was funny. It's one lady, older woman, because they told her, because I think her bag was like over 50 pounds. She was like, they told her $75. She was like, woo. Let me get back to it. I'm talking about she opened up that suitcase quick, started just moving stuff in her check-in bag and put it right back up. Like, because we was in line waiting on the gate to open. This is on the way to Orlando. But she had me cracking up the whole time, boy.
But, flight was smooth going back. And, Yeah, I mean that was Florida. 10 out of 10. Kaya just got back yesterday.
Yeah, thank goodness.
This man, I don't know. Hey, this man been living life. Between him and Kaya,
Jordan and Kaya?
Yeah, Jordan and Kaya.
Look,
that's the 2-man wrecking crew right there.
Hey, apparently, man, because them posters know how to turn up.
Right. That might be the last turn up for the year, though.
Nah, we'll see him next week.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna be.
I mean, not next week. Well, week after next. When homecoming? 2 weeks from now, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah, but I will be there Friday for homecoming. I think Saturday I might be busy, but I'll be free again after the game.
Okay.
Because I forgot it's Kiana and Vontae wedding. That
Oh shit.
yeah, that Saturday.
This man ain't send me no fucking invite, motherfucker.
I'm going as a Jokers +1. I didn't know I was going until until last week. So
how you be feeling about that? Sometimes, like when you're not invited to people's wedding, that you feel like you.
I don't care. I mean, because now this is me being on the other side of it. Like, I pay for a wedding. I've done all that. I understand. Like you make that list, you know, and do what you can with it. So I get it. Me, it don't bother me none.
I don't know. Sometimes I kind of feel away.
I thought we were cool, man.
You know, just it's just like I mean, I'm not all unfeeling, but I'm just thinking, like, damn, I thought
I made the cut.
No. But I felt like I had all the requirements.
The credentials. What was it? Was Isaiah Thomas saying that?
He said, yeah, I met the criteria. I just wasn't selected.
Just wasn't selected to the NBA top 75.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. We kind of already. Well, the last topic was standing firm in your decision not to go out, but clearly we didn't do that Saturday.
Man, look,
because
you know my story. I was like, I'm down for whatever. The whole time, I'm like, boy, if they cancel, I'm not mad.
Yeah, and what it changed, I guess. Well, you know, it kind of boils down, especially when you're out of town. It's like, man, we only here for this time. Might as well enjoy it. So yeah, like, fuck it. So
yeah,
because I ain't gonna lie, I was really ready to tap, but I had a second win and we ended up having a good time. So,
oh yeah, it was a blast, man. Like I said, I had all this week. Besides the day, I drank nothing but water to catch up with all that drinking I did this past Saturday.
Yeah.
Did you still want to talk about what we had talked about in the car?
What was that?
You don't remember? It was something about like how can you stand out opposed to other guys or something like that.
Oh yeah. So yeah, real quick. So
I know it's something you want to talk about. I didn't know if you want to do it on this one or another pod.
Hey, we can knock it out real quick. So we had a conversation on the way back from Mango because it was like kind of a long ass ride. But I was just saying how, and I've said it many times on the pod before, but my game sucks at the club. And I was asking Angelica and Marilyn, how does one stick out? How do you make an impression at the club? Because honestly, it's not a great environment. It's loud. You're under the influence. You compete with other men. So really, you can spend a lot of money just for nothing, hoping you get attention. And it would suck too if you do all that because what did Angelica say? If you make an impression and vibe, then that's all that matters. I said it's kind of hard to do at the club.
I mean, it is. I think
it's hard to make your own personal impression at the club.
I think it's more about, to me, because I was kind of listening in on it, and my whole take on that, I think it's more about confidence. I get what they're trying to say. It's like, you gotta just be yourself. I'm like, okay, but I understand what you're saying. Like,
how do you be yourself at the club?
Exactly, especially if you're not familiar with being in a public environment. If that's just not your thing to do.
Yeah, and you know, like I said, she could be turned. I could be turned. She could be talking. You know, several guys could have came up to her, so she might confuse me with someone else. And you know, I'm sure this happened to you, you know, in days before you got married. But you know, you go to the club and then you text them the next day. And they're like, "Who is this?" So you did all that work for her. Who is this? And yeah, it's just I think that's like the club can be one of the worst places to meet or really make an impact on somebody.
Yeah, I mean, like it's one of them things to where it's just a common area for you to meet people around your age, or you might have, you know, like y'all just there for a good time, you know, like
especially women with friends too, like at the club, because they can really
they go in packs to the club. Like with guys, only reason why we'll go to the club is just talk to girls. like the main reason as far as especially single guys. But my whole stance on that is I think it, like I said, I understand what they meant by be yourself, but I think if you're comfortable with yourself and in that type of environment, like to where like you just chilling, you just there to have a good time. Like, look, if I talk to you, I don't talk to you. If I do, I do. I think that goes a long way too, personally, because I know that does help to where it's many people, strangers, to where I met, just being out. Like me, I'm just chilling, listening to music, just vibing, rapping with, like certain events like trap karaoke. I feel like would be a great event as far as you meeting somebody, because y'all can just rap songs together and shit like that.
Yeah, that's a better environment. But like just your traditional club,
nah, I don't do that.
It's just harder there. But we go to a bar or something or whatever. That's an easier place.
Yeah, because
and just like you alluded to, kind of going into it, not expecting anything. That's the best way to do it too. And if something happened, okay, well, I ain't. Yeah,
like either you just have a new cool friend, or you have somebody you knocking down for the next couple of months, depending on whatever dynamic y'all agree on. So,
because more than likely the club culture, especially women and their friends, they try to like take. Try to get. Because see, the thing about a woman, it's kind of expected for you to have someone pay for your drink. You can safely assume that you might get at least one drink paid for if you're a single woman going to a club and you're halfway decent looking. That's common. It's not as common for us to get a drink paid for unless we see our boy or I don't know, someone just might be generous depending on what kind of club you're at. Because I know the white folks be, hey, what are you drinking?
Man, they be.
Yeah. But all in all, the club is cool, but I just personally don't expect much, nor to really, because even if I am myself at the club, I feel like I can't be my true self at the club just given the environment.
That's fair. I can understand that.
Because me in the room talking to you, showing personality is way different than, you got fucking
loud
Jeezy
music
bumping in the background and she on her 8th shot, and you have to repeat your name. Yeah, my name is Garrison. Garrison. What?
You from here?
You said what? So, that whole back and forth, you gotta, yelling people ear and shit. It's just, yeah. But Florida was fun, 10 out of 10. One of the better vacations I had in a while.
That's good.
Yeah, it was just fun, really fun. And congrats to BJ and Christine. And they little man Jace.
Oh yeah.
He was a little feisty. This man feisty as hell. But yeah, man, definitely a fun time. It looked like Christine dad had a pistol on his hip. Man, had the cowboy hat. I'm like, look, I don't want to remember him.
OG was ready for action.
Nah, facts. He had like a revolver damn there.
Yeah. Oh, and I don't think I told you. So me and Kai had went back to the car. It was like,
oh yeah, y'all sure did go to the car.
We went back to the car to refill, and we had got BJ's dad some Henny too.
Oh, word.
So we had snuck into him in one of them flashes and was like, here you go, OG, and then just went back in. I forgot what area. I think that was the mom and son dance, so we probably had snuck out. So it was like, we'll be back, and we got him right before we had came back. But it started raining too. Like Robin was out there filling them up. So
okay, yeah. Well, man, this was fun. Y'all definitely tune in Wednesday. Y'all have a good week.
Yep.
Yeah, stay safe out there. Till next time.
When we potting for homecoming weekend, is it gonna be like?
So last year we did it. Did you show up last year?
What was going on last year?
Remember last year, like everybody was over here. Troy, Mike Smith. Yeah, you was here.
I was here. I forgot. Y'all was here.
That was we potted that Friday. It was like Friday at like 6ish after the day party.
Okay.
So
you already got your tickets?
I don't know.
Trying to figure that out now.
Because honestly, with homecoming, I just like to link up with folks, honestly, and just a chill setting.
Yeah. You going to pep rally?
Yeah, I like the pep rally. But, day parties is kind of, it's kind of getting old. But
what about alumni band?
There's no alumni band. Hey, but Jari funny as hell. He said,
yeah, he did. But I agree with his point, though. I'm like,
because after this year, I'm like, fuck y'all. With that picture of Pancake, fuck y'all.
I'm forced. Fuck y'all.
Nah, but I mean, that would. If people get upset over that, then you just can't win for losing. Because I mean, y'all tormented this man since the summer, damn near. Well, no, all year. And yeah, no,
this has been nothing but drama. So I was like, I'm probably supposed to even ask, but you know, to each his own. Maybe next year.
We'll see. We will see. Shout out to Prof Mac, man.
Oh, for sure.
Shout out to the bandstand. Shout out to Potts. And yeah, once again, check out that Urban Hymnal. It's in your phone right now. So till next time, we out. Peace.